and I thought that I would give it another whirl and do another reading for you guys. And I've been a little bit torn whether I should do a reading for signs or just do a collective reading. And I guess since it's Cancer's birthday, I'm going to do a Cancer reading and see where we go for our Cancerians today. And see what comes out while I'm on this break. So spirit, angels, ancestors, and gods, tapping into Cancer's energy today. Sun, moon, rising, Venus, North Node. What are the highest messages you have for our Cancer collective today in their love and relationships? Show me a recent past. There's two cards that came out for the recent past. Ironically, it is the Ten of Pentacles and the Tower. So it makes me feel like that money was good, stability's good, and then came a Tower. And the reason I say that the Tower came after that is because that's how they came out. So the Ten of Pentacles, that's having everything you need, everything that you want, complete happiness. He's wielding another coin there, you know, and some of the little gremlins on the ground also have their own coins, like he's dropped them on the ground. So there was an abundance of all those things. It looks like he mostly did it alone because these guys can't really help him work, you know. And then here's this Tower, and something broke. Something got broke here, Cancer, and we're gonna see what that was. So that's kind of a cliffhanger there a little bit, you know, that all this was good and something broke. So we're going to get clarifications with the light seers to find out what that is. What about the current energy for my Cancer collective? Queen of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. She is supported, fiery, lucky lady. So maybe now there's a lot of confidence with Cancer. Or you're dealing with, I may be talking to a masculine Cancer here, because the Ten of Pentacles is a guy, and you may be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. What's coming up in the near future that we don't see coming? Two cards for that. So Nine of Pentacles and Temperance. Sagittarian energy here. The Nine of Pentacles, meaning we went from 10 to 9. So something dropped off, and we're really having to have some patience for this. Trying to be zen. So let's see, at the bottom of the deck is the Page of Cups. There may be if you are the water sign, this is a masculine again, if you didn't notice. He's in the water, he's got a fish, there are fish jumping around him. He's abundant. This could be a friend energy, or you could be a friend to someone, offering a small cup of love of some kind. Or as far as the Page of Cups, it's just something very basic. It's the beginning, right? It's a page, hey, like an olive branch, but it's got a lot of feeling behind it. You really mean it if this is you. And from the way the card's falling, it looks like you may be making an offer toward an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or someone who has that heavily in their chart. I feel like that there's a feminine energy here that is having a hard time. Well, they may be a single feminine energy, could be a fire sign, that they either need a lot of patience. They're very intuitive, by the way. I noticed her hair in both of these. There may be a blonde and a brunette as well, but the blonde's hair is like, it's all, in both pictures, it's up to the sky, and she's in a white dress. She's pure. The brunette, the Queen of Wands, is full of fire. So you may have a couple of choices, Cancer, or someone you're dealing with does, and they can choose here between an enlightened feminine energy who's intuitive and patient, or a very fiery, attractive, seemingly lucky Queen of Wands. And now I feel like that maybe that's part of what the Tower was. You're feeling really good, this Cancer or whoever it is was feeling very good and very abundant, and then here comes along a couple of options, and now Cancer's wanting to make some kind of offer here. Somebody may in the future come up, make an offer of friendship or whatever, and then be really lazy, like a lazy offer. And it's because that something, this is Cancerian and Pisces, somebody's either keeping something a secret, or it's a hidden offer, or yeah, there's the Hangman. There's a Pisces energy here too. Oh, Pisces 3 times. The High Priestess for sure. I feel like in this scenario, somebody is hiding their choices, even though I don't see 2. Oh, here's the Wheel of Fortune. Queen of Cups, the King of Wands, and the 8 of Pentacles, and the Truth. The Ace of Swords comes out. So I've got Cancerian energy, I've got Pisces energy here, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. We've got fire energy in masculine and feminine. This is likely to be 2 very attractive people. Another story that I'm seeing here, when that wheel turns, when the Wheel of Fortune turns, this stuff that was hidden before is going to come out, and we're going to find out that there is a Queen of Cups, a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio feminine here, and a masculine fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, that may have worked together. At something that was hidden. But it feels like that once this comes out, there's going to be a sense of loyalty, family, and peace. So it's not necessarily unwanted information, and the tower looks like it could be good, but it also looks like it has a whole lot of choices behind it. Let's see if we can get some clarification on this. What's this tower in the recent past for Cancer? Something wasn't wish fulfillment. Is this upside down? It is. Never mind. The deck was upside down. It was supposed to be upright. So the Nine of Wands in the upright. It might have felt like that even though there was all the stability, whatever this tower was may have knocked us back a notch, and as far it knocked our passion down a little bit, or we pulled back our passion in some way, because we've learned a lot of these lessons, but there's still one more thing to do here, and there's two options going forward. The tower, clarifying the tower, that there was something that was done in the dark. Scorpio energy here. Somebody could have snuck away in the middle of the night and went toward a couple of different options over here. A real fiery energy. Tell me about this Queen of Wands. Something about this Queen of Wands and somebody feeling trapped, held down for some reason, and the choice couldn't be made, or there wasn't a connection ever made. And then the Ace of Pentacles comes out. So then this offer goes over here to the intuitive one. And then there's Cancer energy again, the Chariot. Where's this going? Where is this moving to? What is this movement after the Ace of Pentacles? The Empress is here. Libra, Taurus, or Aries. What about her? The Empress and the Emperor. That came out in yesterday's collective reading. Why is the Ten of Cups reversed? Somebody in this scenario is walking away. Somebody could be walking away from marriage because even though all the money was there and all the stability was there, it wasn't what made them happy. Where are they headed? Someone here may also find out that the actions that somebody took, they're leaving because there really wasn't any love there. This knight is about to make a judgment call. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. That they're no longer waiting. And that somebody isn't awakening. Somebody's not making a change. There's no death or rebirth cycle here, and they don't feel bad about it. They're not letting it keep them up at night anymore. They're going to take their own and move forward into the future. Where are they going? To invest somewhere else. They're not going to tell anybody about it. They're not going to talk about it, but they're dropping their options. Where are they going? Well, they're watching somebody. somebody here has their eye on another person, and it's really got them up in their head. And there's a lot of fun involved in it, but it's very non-committal. So if you're worried about somebody taking this leap of faith, which they are, the fools here, it's a small thing that they're going to go do. It's not very committal. It's kind of pagey, pigs fly kind of energy. This is further on out, okay? There may be some conflict around it, but they are going to find their happiness. Either you or somebody else is. And there is going to be a new offer made. The Ace of Cups came out twice. Leo energy. So we got Leo, we got Libra, we have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. No earth energy here, except for the stability factor, and that's really, we've got 2 Scorpio placements. Somebody may be getting rid of some toxicity too in this scenario. Just saying. So that's what's going on for Cancer. I don't even know half of what I said, so you guys will have to take from that what resonates for you, because I don't know. My sister's a Cancer, but she's married, and like, I know some Cancers, but I'm not close to them, really. So I couldn't even give you an idea of what's going on for that mess. So hopefully you'll know on your side of things what's happening. So for our Cancer collective, for their highest good, what messages do you have, Spirit, from the Pluto Oracle for Cancer? The Hermit Crab, imagine that. Cancers are crabs, right? Well, that's ironic. Let me put my glasses on because I can read you guys better with them on, because this writing is small. Let's look up the Hermit Crab. It's the number 31. That comes to a 4. Somebody may be holding on to something that they need to let go of. That's what the card looks like. So, what this says is, the meaning of the Hermit Crab, okay, is the necessary withdrawal, introspection, exploration of the inner landscape and growth, okay? So the tiny Hermit Crab scuttles along the ocean floor, ready to strike out and explore the surrounding environment. Despite its name, this crustacean isn't much of a hermit, though. That said, thanks to a trusty seashell home, this busybody knows when it's time to retreat inside. And maybe you do too. Most Cancerians do. When the energy of the Hermit Crab has arrived in a reading, a certain withdrawal from the outside world is imperative. Okay? So this card is a call to explore our inner landscape in search of answers, rather than search for them in an outside source. So if you've been looking outside yourself or to anyone else for answers, happiness, or whatever it may be, always go in first and then head toward the outside. When we're growing, we often reach a milestone in our journey that requires us to take a step back and pose questions to ourselves. If we rely too heavily on the opinions of others, these influences can drown out our own inner voice. To remain true to ourselves, a certain amount of alone time is required to let that voice have room to speak up. So for those of us who commit to the spiritual journey in a serious way, The energy of this card probably feels familiar, sorry. As much as we can learn from others, the spiritual path is ultimately one we walk alone. Carve out some time for yourself and see what wisdom rises to the surface. You might surprise yourself. So, upon further reflection, we all possess the potential for spiritual gifts, unlike in the movies. However, the messages we receive from spirit through these psychic senses are incredibly subtle, almost a whisper. Sometimes we are present enough to grab hold, and other times the messages pass us by. So, maybe you need to take some time away from the screen, get out in nature, or whatever, but it's talking about alone time to contemplate, and I feel like it's directed at this decision that's trying to be made over here. You know, do you be patient a little bit longer? Do you wait? Or do you go within? Because both of these, the Temperance and the Nine of Pentacles, doing something by themselves, or that's the direction you need to go, is toward the one that's doing the inner work. That may be advice for you, or giving you some kind of instruction or direction when you're in a place of indecision. Let's get some highest advice for Cancer from the tarot. Any advice for our Cancerians? Final advice as we leave this reading for Cancerian for their part in this reading. Yeah, okay, so we're getting sword energy. The Queen of Swords in reverse. She has her back turned, not open to receive the truth of anything, or closed off to the fact that someone may be lying either to themselves or to someone else. This bird is squawking like crazy while this guy takes off in the middle of the night. That reads delusional to me. Not even looking at the truth. So if you've not been looking at the truth, because it may cause a conflict, you might be thinking about reaching out to somebody, taking a leap of faith. The advice is don't wait. Take your time and try to feel when she's feeling this way. What, if that's you, what's causing you to feel like that? It looks to me like she's looking at this guy that's coming so slow. Either way, the Knight of Pentacles is still coming. For this Cancerian I'm talking about, there could be a Libra involved, a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn involved, because I kept seeing the Capricorn card. But it's a very low vibrational energy to be here. So how can Cancer get out of that? I think it's the Seven of Cups, and it is. Realize how many options that you have. This guy's a little bewildered at trying to choose the options. This person wants an equal give and take here. Someone here wants an equal give and take. Where what's given out comes in, because that's the lesson that we've learned in the past. No more throwing it all in for the sake of what? Because every time we get this Tower. So the advice is to open up to other options. And I feel like that on some aspect, depending on where you are on your timeline, that this reading showed that there was options. And now it's almost like being torn, even though I didn't see the Two of Pentacles. But where do you want to invest the time? Depends. How spiritual are you? Do you want somebody that's spiritual or fiery? Is it all about the passion? Or can we look in a direction that's more spiritual? And that's kind of the direction that maybe we're being asked to take a look at. So, happy birthday, Cancer. I hope that made sense to you guys, because it don't make sense to me. I just read the cards, and then you guys can put it where it belongs. Hit me up if you want a personal reading. I still do those. I do those local here, and my regular people that still, even though I'm not posted on YouTube, they contact me. So if you guys would like one, they're $35. I do them by video, or if you're local, I'm in East Tennessee, then I can do them in person. But anyway, that's your reading, Cancer, and I'll come back for another one. I'm on my lunch break, so we'll see. Maybe I'll do some more readings this weekend. It'd be cool if I could go all the way around the zodiac again for old time's sake, right? Anyway, good to see you guys, and I'm going to get on my tablet here and go off my lunch break. Have a good one. Mwah.